Come to visit him a long time ago. Everybody said you must be doing something
Welcome
wrong.
back. Welcome back. I want to start a little segment I'd like to call Financial Fridays. I didn't plan this. I don't have this, I don't have a layout or nothing, but I just felt on my heart that, it's important as Christians that we learn how to financially live and financially be prosperous, be set. This will probably collide with another video podcast I did today. It'll probably be almost correlated with it. I'll probably post that one first, so you're watching this one after episode 2. So this will be episode 3. And as you know, in the last episode, I already talked about the deal with the television. We'll see how it goes. The way I did it was I created a logo, I made a background, and then I connected my computer to the TV, and I created a separate screen so that I can just have this up. So we'll see how it turns out. I'll probably talk to somebody, see if they know what they're doing, help me out with it. But anyways, I've got an uncle. He's very good with this stuff, PC designs. He's a great guy, Uncle Paul. So I'll probably go to him, see what he can do for me, see if he knows anything, which he probably does. Anyways, Financial Fridays. Don't let me get carried away there. I wish I had somebody here with a little beeper when I start getting carried away. Beat me in. But I got something. Whoa. Whoa. Woo. That was a lot louder than I thought. I'm sorry if I blew somebody's ears out. But anyways, Financial Fridays. As Christians, we should be talking about, it's important to talk about life and, how we should be living and how we should be acting and dealing with things in life on a daily basis. How to love others, how to live as a Christian, how to walk and talk like a Christian. But it's also important that we discuss other matters as well, such as financials and such. Clearly right now in my stages, I'm not the best to talk about physical well-being because, as you can see, not the most fit. But I can talk about financials. I'm no financial guru or whatever. I'm not, Dave Ramsey. He's the best. But I am me, and I do watch those guys. So I do know something, and I feel it's pretty good to get a viewpoint of a 19-year-old in today's climate and economy on things that might work, might not work, and just my opinion in general. So what I want to talk about today, I don't have anything planned, but if you are making some kind of income in life, I'm talking about, right now I'm going to talk to the younger viewers. If you're making an income in life and you don't have many bills to pay or no bills at all, you need to start putting money aside to invest. You need to put money aside to invest. It's important as Christians that we invest into our future life so that we make the right choices and we put money aside and we don't blow all our money away. You see, it's very unbiblical and unchristian-like when you make an income or some kind of money to blow it all away, even if it's doing something nice, even if it's doing, I'm buying everybody gifts. No, it's wrong. You can't be losing everything you make all the time. Now, I'm not talking about those that are living paycheck to paycheck because they're struggling to get by with all the bills they have. I'm talking about those that don't have many bills, still live with their parents or live with other people that they don't have to pay a full rent or don't have to pay a mortgage, and they have jobs and they work like 30, 40 hours a week and they can't save up because they don't know how. I'm here to try and help you how. I'm here to try and help you start that pursue in investing and saving into your future. And that's why I feel like it's it's pretty cool. Financial Fridays, it just rolls nice on the tongue. But anyways, so let's get into some stuff. First thing you want to do is you always want to make sure you've got a savings account. Not to throw all your money in, but you need some kind of emergency money just in case things happen. First, you need emergency money on the side, ready in cash. Dave Ramsey likes to say, $1,000 emergency fund. He has a 7-step plan and all that. It's nice. It's good. I haven't really studied it well. I never went through a program or nothing, but you want to have some kind of emergency funds on the side to in case of emergencies, in case you need the cash right now. You never know, life can happen, but there's no reason you can't start doing that when you don't have to pay for a full family and a living place and everything like that. So set up a side, have cash. Too many of people I know, my cousins, my family, all the people close to me, I don't carry cash. You have to carry cash. You need to. You don't have to carry it, but you need to have it. It has to be somewhere. It has to be somewhere in your house. It's got to be in a safe somewhere. You need something on the side. You can't have everything on a card. You just can't. You can't depend on the electronics, because when the time comes when you're in an emergency situation and you need it now, and they tell you got to wait 1 to 2 business days or whatever, some fluky thing, because the flakes that run the electronic bank world, they got to take 3 days to check your stuff. You know what I'm saying. You need to have some type of emergency fund in cash. Next thing, you got to make sure that you begin to save in a savings account. That fund is not your savings. That's separate. Emergencies only. Then you have to have a savings. Do not put everything into your checking. Unacceptable, and I'll tell you why. Because you will spend it. It'll come back around eventually. You say, I don't use it a lot, I don't really. But you put something in now, and when the Christmas season comes at the end of this year, we just started 2020. I know it's crazy to say. That money that you put in now is revolved already out of your account. And you did not save anything that you just put in that day. You have to put stuff in a savings account, which leads to our next step. Step 3, the reason you want to put stuff in a savings account is because you want to begin, when you have a lot of money saved up and you've got, a steady means of cash, means of money, you want to start investing. Dave Ramsey hates stocks. He does not do it. He does only the growth mutual funds, which is his opinion. It's fine. He's a millionaire. I can't, say no to his. But in our stage, in our phase, when you're not, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, it's good to invest in what I call short companies. Now, people say there's no such thing as short companies. I disagree. Short companies are things such as Apple, things such as Amazon, these companies that'll be around forever. And whether you like that or not, stinks to be you, but that's the way it's going to be. And these companies that basically run the world, and they revolve the world because of how much cash flow they have and how much power they have, like Google and Facebook and all these things, whether they're under pressure or not, whether you agree with them or not, there's nothing wrong with investing some money. And as long as it's not money you need in life, this is where, the collision comes. People believe investing's not okay. People, they think stocks are a gamble. It's not a gamble. It's a company. If you'd invest in yourself, that's more of a gamble than investing your money into Apple, because you're not as big as Apple. Okay? So let's get that out of the way. Investing in stocks is not gambling. What's gambling is when you throw all your money that you made and you have nothing left into a stock, hoping that it'll go up so you can make more money. And if it doesn't and it goes down and you're bankrupt, that's where gambling is. That's not okay. But when you've already done the first couple of things, you have steady income, emergency fund, savings built up a little bit, I don't want to say how much because that varies with how much you make and who you are. Then you can start investing stuff. And you want to only start investing when you have money in your pocket. You don't want to start investing. And listen, realize how I didn't say anything about checking or anything about credit card. Well, first off, I have a credit card, and I 100% agree with Dave Ramsey. Credit cards are a scam. They're of the devil. Credit cards are of the devil because you feel a lack of remorse when you spend a credit card. You feel a lack of remorse when you swipe that card because it's not actually your cash yet. And you'll be in a never-ending debt as long as you have a credit card. You'll always spend it. You'll never pay it off. And when you do, the next thing you know, 5 days later, you feel good. I paid it off. Why not? And you buy something and bam, back in debt. And checking is good. I don't have a problem with checking account. That's perfect. But not perfect if you have $0 cash on you at any point. Like, not just in your pocket, but in your house somewhere. If you have no cash, not okay. You need something. Get something on you. I just got my verse of the day from my Bible app. And it's John 15:12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Just a little break. All right, so you got those things down. Cool. Next thing, when you're investing, you want to invest in what I call short companies. Now, what I mean by short companies is companies that have been around for a long time and aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Let's see if I can get this on the screen. You probably can't see, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to try. Let's do, for example, we'll start with my grandfather. Passed away a few years ago. Great man of God. Put the church before anything because he loved Christ. That was his calling. He wanted to put God above all things. He invested a lot when he was told by a friend of his. Not a lot, but he invested only. That's what I meant to say. He invested only, which is a lot because it was the only thing, in Con Edison. It was if you don't know Con Edison, it's like electrical, like utilities company, and it pays a good dividend. And I brought that up because I wanted to say something about that. Dividends is important. It's not the end of the world if you invest without dividends, but especially when you're young. When you're young, you invest in dividends, it'll pay off. So, for example, let's pull up Con Edison. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we're going to pull it up anyways. Con Edison stock today, it's currently trading at $87.34. And the stock, where is it? I don't see it here, but let me pull it up real quick. The stock's dividend. So the dividend, if you don't know what a dividend is, it's a payback. You get paid back a percent of what you own of that company. So Con Edison's dividend yield is 3.38%. So for every share you own of that, right now at $87.34, every time they pay dividends, you get every year you get 3.38% of every share. So I'm not going to do a whole fake math thing, but you could do the math. Like if you own 100 shares, 3.38% of 100 shares of that is how much money you'd get paid by the end of the year. So it's important to invest in dividend stocks, and that's why I'm a huge fan of Apple, because 1, they're never going anywhere. 2, they've been skyrocketing for investors, and 3, their dividend yield, they have a dividend, and their dividend yield, I believe, is around 1%. So don't quote me on that. Maybe it's 2. But it's important that you understand the importance of investing your money. Now, you also want to invest not in just stocks, but you want some mutual funds, some growth funds. If you don't know what those are, they're a cluster of stocks that are put into one that companies usually run, and they give and take, when a company's doing bad, when a company's doing good, they'll give and take that stock. Like they'll take one out, put one in, yada, yada. They're basically running an overview of a bunch of stocks. And the reason that's good, how do you make money off that? Because people will invest. And as more people invest, the stock, the growth fund, the mutual fund will increase. It'll grow in value. And that way you can grow your money. And they're much more safer. Not that stocks aren't safe. They're less volatile, I should say. And they're more guaranteed to go up. And Dave Ramsey has shown that, a lot of times they'll do just as well, if not sometimes better, than like the Dow Jones, S&P 500, NASDAQ. Those are indexes. If you don't know what indexes are the market has a lot of different companies clustered up into these different indexes, and it shows you how well the general market's performing based on its top performers. You could search these things up on Google. I'm not going to sit here for an hour and a half talking about those things. I just want to tell you some Christian values of what you should be doing. The emergency funds, having cash, having some savings, being stable, and then investing money. Invest in your future. Don't be like the world that makes a $1,000 paycheck and they blow $950. They blow it in a month, and then the other $50 went into gas for their car or something. Don't be like that. And the next thing you know, they have bills and I can't pay my bills. It's too much. No, what was too much was the 5 shots you took or the 5 beers you bought. That was too much. Shame on you. Learn how to spend your money. Learn how to save your money. The world is so lost today. Don't be like the world. Don't be like the world. But you don't understand, I hate my job and I can't get a better job and I work hard and blah, blah, blah. And don't make excuses for yourself. The worst thing to do is be pitiful on yourself. You're in a situation, deal with it. Christ loves you. That's all that should matter. Christ loves you. That's the only thing that should matter in your life. As long as he loves you, that's all you need. Be safe, be steady, be level-headed, learn how to invest your money. This was the first series of Financial Fridays. Hopefully we can continue this. It's pretty fun talking about financial things as a Christian. You don't have to go to the casino to gamble, to win money. That's sinful. Shame on you. You don't have to go and, buy lottery tickets. That's wrong. Don't buy lottery tickets. Don't throw away your money. And make sure you're doing the right thing. There's nothing wrong with investing money. You're investing in your future. Okay? Don't make the mistake of not putting any money away and buying some $300 game or whatever that you don't need, that you're going to be done with in a year. Or some $600, $1,000 TV that you're going to use for the next 4 years, and then by the time you're bored of it, you could have had that $1,000 would have been $5,000 in stocks. So don't make those mistakes. Don't start late. Get in. The most important thing is getting in. Get in the market. Get in the game. Don't make the mistake of waiting. Don't make the mistake of, but what if it goes down? What if this goes? It's always going to continue to go back up. Look at the stock market trend. I'm going to pull up one more picture before we leave. I hope you could see it. I'm not sure you can, but I'm going to pull up the Dow Jones Index. That's the main index of the American stock market. And I want you to see, I'm going to pull up the max, how long it's been around. Look at it. If you could see that, I hope you can. Look at it. From far away, you realize something? You see some small cracks, some small dips. But from far away, they look small. Up close, they look tremendously hideous. $600, $1,200, $1,500. You can't even see the stock crash back here. Right around. It doesn't even go that far, but you see these little dips. But look at the bigger picture when I take this out. It's just going up. At the end of the day, it's just going up. So why did I bring that up? It's all about getting in the market. And even if you invest now in Apple, because a lot of things are at all-time highs, and the president is doing a great job with our economy, phenomenal job, gets a bad rap on the media all the time. I'm not about the media. I'm not about picking sides. I'm about seeing what's right and wrong and understanding what's right and wrong. And at the end of the day, it's about getting in to the market. Because even if you get in now and everything's high and things start to dip, it'll be okay. It's not the end of the world. I have accounts right now, not accounts. I have I have investments right now that aren't in the positive, but that's just because it's a small hump, and it goes down and comes back up, and it just it happens. It's part of fluctuation. It's volatility. But at the end of the day, everything will always come back as long as you're investing in good companies. Don't invest in some flaky, what they call penny stocks. Don't do it. Invest in good companies for your long-term future, and try to find some with dividends. It really makes a difference. You begin to see an increase. The ones that don't have dividends that are great, they're good to invest too, because they're pouring that money back into their own company to grow it, and they also buy their own shares back, which makes the value of the stock rise. When they buy their own shares, put more money in instead of paying dividends, it makes the price of the stock rise, which makes your money, the value of your stock rise as well. You're getting more money. So, anyways, I don't want to keep blabbering on, running on about this. Get in the market. These are just like three points we covered, but there's so many other things we covered. And this isn't popular, and I don't mean to throw this in last minute, but tithe at your church, 10%. Don't be cheap. Pay your 10%. All right. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time on the next show. But until next time, Financial Fridays. It was good talk, good times.
I'm gonna make it if I can. Gonna make it to the promised land if I can. Though the devil rages, I'm gonna make a stand. I'm gonna make